Hello, and welcome to Talking, another wonderful show of me just blabbing and stuff. Right now, we don't have anyone in the chat, so we'll save the shout outs till they get here. Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. This one. Yeah, buddy. For all you. Hey, hello, Omega Star. I'm glad you could make it, sir. I'm glad to see you popping into the chats. Just chilling here for a minute, just waiting for a couple more people to pop in. Probably see some Vince Womack or something. I don't know. Maybe. But in the meantime, let's check this out. This made me laugh a lot harder than I should have. Taxation should be based on body fat percentage. Man, this would be so nice. Like, I wouldn't get taxed shit at all. I'd be like, no taxes for Corey. What's up? Oh, yeah. So how you doing, Omega Star? Doing all right there, bro? He's probably away from his keyboard. All right, that's cool. So, a lot of weird shit going on in the world. All this whatnot with Canada and all the whatnots with, like, the UK, Scandinavia, Ukraine bullshit going on. Like, what? That would keep the chunky monkeys in check. Yeah, it would if we taxed them based on body fat. Man, that would gym memberships would quadruple overnight. Yeah, you good, bro. You good, Omega Star. He says, slow at typing today. My bad. No worries, man. It's not like, it's not like we just rushing to do shit, I don't know. This is not a high energy show. Man, well, shit. I should get a new shirt. This one's got holes in it and stuff. Wow. And brightest day. What's up, bro? I'm glad you can make it. We're just chilling. In case you missed it, this is the new taxation idea. Should be based on body fat percentage. People like me would never pay taxes ever because I'm fatty's got it covered. Even though it's theft, it should still, I think this is the best tax move we could ever make. Like, man, that would be so good. I will share something interesting I found. Check this out. 11 members and associates of a Brooklyn-based Wu gang charged with multi-million-dollar COVID-19 unemployment insurance fraud. The defendants allegedly obtained $4.3 million by submitting fraudulent claims for unemployment insurance using hundreds of stolen IDs. And you know how they got caught? You want to know how they got caught? Right here. Right here. During the period of the charged conspiracy, the defendants posted photos of themselves on social media, flashing gang signs, standing in front of luxury cars, and holding stacks of United States currency. Several of the defendants appeared in a music video entitled Trappin', which was posted to YouTube on May 8th, 2021. The lyrics of the song include, "Unemployment got us working a lot," a reference to the defendants' fraudulent scheme. So, to put this in perspective, these guys defrauded $4.3 million from the government for a COVID relief fund, and then they made a music video about it and put it on YouTube, thinking that this was the smartest way to make money ever. I mean, maybe that's just how they do it in New York, but if I was stupid enough to commit a crime like that, I wouldn't go out and drop a fucking song or YouTube video about it. I mean, come on. You don't think the cops and the feds are onto that kind of shit? Criminals love to brag, so you don't think they're paying attention to people's YouTube channels? Trapping. Unemployment got us working hard. Yeah. Okay. What else I got in here? Oh, yeah. And then there's this. So the United States updated their response in a nuclear attack. Okay. And it says, Oh my gosh. If warned of an imminent attack, immediately get inside the nearest building and move away from the windows. This will help provide protection from the blast, heat, and radiation of the detonation. Unless, of course, you live in a standard American house, then you're fucked. Like, let's just be honest. If a nuclear blast hits any building in the United States, you're screwed. But here's the fun part. When you have reached a safe place, try to maintain a distance of at least 6 feet between yourself and people who are not a part of your household, because sheltering from a nuclear blast takes second to the ONA, apparently. If possible, wear a mask if you're sheltering with people that are not a part of your household, children under 2, people who have trouble breathing, and those who are unable to remove masks on their own should not wear them. Like, really? We have to have... Hail, Lasso of Truth. Glad you could join us. I just think it's kind of ridiculous that they're like, a nuclear attack might happen, so make sure you don't catch the ONA. Like, really? Really? If you're outdoors when a detonation occurs, you're fucked. Give me a break. Take cover from the blast behind anything that might offer protection. Okay, find some lead-lined concrete rebar that's like, 12 feet thick. You might be okay for a little bit. After the shockwave passes, get inside the nearest best shelter location for protection from potential fallout. You will have about 10 minutes or more to find adequate shelter. If I see the light of 1,000 suns pop up, I'm just going to stand there and take my licking. You know why? Because it's a nuke. Like, what? Best shelter location. Okay, so I'm a billionaire, apparently, that has a bomb shelter of his own. I mean, who are these plans for? I'm lucky. I'm nestled right up against NORAD. Ain't shit touching me. But do you think anyone on any of the coasts could follow this and it would actually work? Not unless they have a 1950s bunker, Like, here comes Vault Tech. Let's do it. Do I have anything else in this? Oh, yeah. You can't see that yet. You know what? Let's do it. I came up with something. I found this clip, and I'm going to use it whenever I mess up on talking. Ready?
You know all what what I've said, and you know what I've done, and you know what we're doing, and you know what I know what you're doing.
That's how I feel. Dead in New Hampshire, pretty much anybody on a coastal, like near the coast, within like, say, blast radius of the coast is probably screwed. And then we're, not to talk about nuclear fallout. This is the new duck and cover. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Did I closed that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. That figures. It actually says to duck and cover in this. Like, it still says duck and cover. See, this is what I get for stopping sharing my screen. Okay. Take cover behind lie face down to protect exposed skin from heat and flying debris. Avoid touching your nose, eyes, and mouth if possible. If you're in a vehicle, stop safely and duck down within the vehicle. I mean, is your vehicle going to protect you from a nuclear blast? No. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure those Tesla batteries are going to blow up like freaking grapes in the microwave if nuclear bomb goes off. No better in Connecticut. Well, that's no joke. Go to anywhere, and it's nuclear war. Like, and then we got this shit going on. Like, I forgot to bring up the article. See, Boomer Town. Let's do this. Just rocking the Boomer Town. Gosh. Open this. Flash. So this right here. All the shit I gotta click through. Struggle bus. Yeah, so check this out. It says heavy rains and flooding killed dozens in Brazil's imperial city. This is where it gets crazy, okay? At least 94 people died in the historic Brazilian mountaintop of Petrópolis, local government officials said on Wednesday after heavy rains caused mudslides that buried homes, flooded the streets, and washed away cars and buses. Located in the hills above Rio de Janeiro, Petrópolis, or the Imperial City, was the summer getaway of Brazil's monarchs in the 19th century. On Wednesday, there was scant evidence of its regal charms after floods ravaged its elegant streets and destroyed its Germanic buildings. A landslide came down and smushed all kinds of shit. Like, people not being able to find things. Like, 80 houses were hit in the Morro della Ficciana neighborhood. Right here. The situation is almost like war. Cars hanging from poles, cars overturned, lots of mud and water still, Rio de Janeiro Governor Claudio Castro told reporters on site. Petrópolis' city hall declared 3 days of mourning. Displaced people were being taken to schools and shelters. More than 300 people had to leave their home. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So where in here does it say... Damn it. I lost it. So according to reports that I saw on this, they got 2 months worth of rain in about 2 hours from what I saw. It's like, greetings, lovely Sherry. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm happy to see you. But yeah, like 2 days for... Yeah, they got like 2 months worth of rain, an entire wet season's worth of rain in like 2 hours or 2 days or something like that. And it pushed the entire mountainside down and just crushed Petrópolis. And like, normally I wouldn't cover things from like overseas or Rio or stuff like that. But this was insane to me. I can't believe I grabbed the wrong freaking article. Homes. And then they're going to Russia to ask ministers to help the city. That's not really surprising, given Brazil's connections with Moscovia. Let's see, in Sao Paulo. Yeah, this was from Reuters, hemorrhoids. I don't know what that's from. So how's everybody doing today, my lovely chat people? Everybody good? How do I get stop sharing? Just go away. What the hell? You know, I didn't really have a plan coming out here again. I never do. I'm excited for next week's show because we're going to have Toxic Man Flu on for Talking with Talks a Lot. I'm thinking about doing like the last Monday of every month, having a guest. Hail, Parrot Head. If you'd like, feel free to pop back and check out the stuff I've already covered. It's pretty funny. You know, pretty funny. I'm going to go back to this one because it's great. This is still how I think we should tax people. Boom. Taxation should be based on body fat. I can't get over this one. This is such a good idea. Pull your weight. Ha! Oh, all right. That's cool, Parrot. I'm glad you've been watching for a while. I don't know these things. I just assume nobody's watching, and then people start popping up in the chat, and I'm like, surprise! Yep. I mean, what do you think the tax rates would be if we did that and someone had do you think it should be directly proportionate to the body fat? Like if they have a 2% body fat, they pay 2% taxes. If they have a 70% body fat, then they're fucked. You know, something like that. What do you guys think? because I think that'd be hilarious. Sure, it's fat phobic and based, but you know, is there a better way to be these days? Stop sharing. Gosh. I feel like I'm boomerang the shit out of a lot of stuff today. Forgot to plug my phone in. Yeah, Lasso Truth laughing it up. Yep. See, and then like, just think about it. Okay, just on the body fat thing. Just thinking about the body fat thing, okay? Someone like George, can't say his name, Oros, would be like broke. That motherfucker would be broke. I mean, think about it. He's probably at least 60% body fat. So if we taxed him based on his body fat, we would solve the deficit and the debt. I know most fat people don't have that kind of money. Most people in general don't have that kind of money. We could tax the rich based on their body fat content, but then most of them have gone on these weird ass diets to make them super skinny and super fit, so we wouldn't have any money from them, just like now. So, you know, yeah, I think most fat people don't have money like that because fat people are oppressed by the skinny people regime. Fight the power. Fight the skinny regime coming from Beanpole. Is that how advocacy works these days? I'm pretty sure that's how advocacy works these days. Is I get offended on someone else's behalf because they're not like me and I feel like they're not able to take care of themselves, even though, you know, fat people can survive for days based off their fat reserves. And I'm just like, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in 2 hours. I'm going to die. And that's exactly how it would go for me. It's how it does go for me. It's why I consume like 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. Why am I talking about this? I don't even know. What's up, One Man's Show? Greetings and salutations. Yeah. We've been talking about taxing people based on body fat, and Parrot Head says most fat people don't have that kind of money. And I agree. I agree. Fat people just end up crushing the skinny regime. Literally. That's good. They would. They would. They'd just be all like, you have to put other people in order. You have to pity other people in order to be an advocate. You have to feel like they're not as good as you. Well, damn. I guess I can't advocate for other people because I feel like everybody's way better than I am. I have a very low self-worth, kind of, even though I think I'm hot shit. By the pound or the ounce. That adds an interesting twist to it, One Man Show. I didn't think about that, because if you did it by the ounce, then like everybody would be fucked. Like everybody. I still think they should go off percentage, though. Just flat rate. The percent of your body that is fat is now how much we're taxing you every month. What? See, I've always thought that taxation was really, really fucking confusing because we pay like 70 different taxes and stuff, but this is the government we're talking about. You're right. They'd do what they can to get the most out of like all the fat off your bones. Haha. But like, so we pay federal taxes, state taxes, and they're broken up into like income tax, sales tax, gratuity taxing, I can't even remember all the taxes they hit you with, but it's all rolled up and stuff. I always thought that the flat tax rate system might actually be a better idea than the progressive tax rate system. You know, because of the fairness of it. And to explain that, I mean, in order to treat everybody fairly, you kind of have to like just literally treat everyone the same. So like, you know, flat 10% tax rate for every person on sales tax, eliminate income tax, um, jail any politicians that get outside funding, make funding them their constituents' problem and not everybody's. Trigger alert. Taxation is theft. It is. It's straight up theft. But unfortunately, it's theft that's been so deeply ingrained in our lives that our governments can't, you know, survive without them for some reason. Of course, every restaurant in the country would fight that tooth and nail. They would. Um, you're not wrong. Everyone should fight taxation at every turn that they have because what have they done to earn it? Yes, lasso of truth. Abolish all government. Yes, please do. See, I would love for no government to exist. And that's why I say I'm an anarchist. But anarchy is typically defined as mass chaos and like just a bunch of negative energy and people being stupid and violent and stuff like that. And like my mind, if I could come up with a utopia view of the world, it would be people being mature enough to manage them damn selves without needing a group of people to tell them how to live their lives. You know, like they would immediately point to their latest bomber and nuclear weapon. No. No, what? I'm confused by both of those statements. LOL. I'm glad you're laughing, Germ 404 not found. What's up, bro? Glad you can make it. Just talking about how taxation is stupid, and how I would love to see my personal utopia of people being mature enough to manage themselves, but they're, too, I don't know. They're used to being under the boot of the government and being like, and then like, I'm also sitting here thinking like, if we had an egalitarian government, one that actually looks to treat people equally, it would look very, very different than anything we've ever seen because everyone, I don't give a shit about my performance updates popping up while I'm in the middle of a stream. Damn, computer. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was the government. Sorry, that was a typo. As for the confusion, the government would tell you the armed forces solely for your protection are not cheap. They would. They always use that excuse. Always. Like, we need this money to protect you. It's like, well, then maybe you should find a more cost-effective way to make weapons and defensive measures. And I get it. It's expensive to develop stuff, but I don't think a single javelin should cost like $1.2 million. You know what I mean? Hello, Vince Womack. Oh boy, am I late or what? Yeah, you are. I was expecting you to pop up first, but damn, late to the show. Now, Omega Star over here, he says, look at what the trucker movement in Ottawa did. They showed through human decency we can take care of ourselves without the evil that is government. He's right. We do have the capacity, but there's always those bad actors who are going to come in and try to take over things with force or with even just the threat of like a fearful situation or something like that, because there's always going to be some crazy cock-sucking piece of garbage that wants to run other people's lives. That's why I never trust politicians. They're like, I want to get into the business of running other people's lives. Like, why is that a job? And they're being arrested for it. Yes, they are. They're being arrested for it up in Ottawa because blackface Hitler up there, Justin Castro, like, Lost a bit of time, did ya? Last time I looked at the clock, it was 6 p.m. local. Now it's 90 minutes later. Well, losing time happens, I suppose. Maybe, just maybe, if life weren't so boring, you'd keep track of all the minutes. But I don't. I try not to. I love inattentive blindness. If you don't know what that is, it means that, like, as gradual changes happen, you don't notice them until what is changing is drastically different, That's why we think that they built subdivisions so quickly. Justin Castro. That's a good one. I like that spelling. Yeah. Justin Castro. Castrate the Castro. I love watching the video of him when he goes to sit down with all the dignitaries and nobody will shake his hand. Like, not Xing, not Jinping. I mean, not the leaders of Russia, not anybody that's around him. He's just getting blown off. I need to find that clip at some point and share it. It's great. Eternal vigilance is the price of freedom. Yes. Baby Castro needs to be detained immediately, as well as his second in command and everyone else. Winnie the Pooh? Yes. Winnie the Pooh. Wouldn't even shake Castro's hand. Sad panda. Can't believe it's almost been a half hour already. I'm just sitting here, blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm here for, though. I can imagine what my local donut dealer would say with that kind of tax. She'd make me cry. She would sound so sad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure donuts would be a thing of the past if we taxed on fat. So I'm changing my mind. It's not a good idea because then I'd lose donuts and fried chicken and fatty ass burgers that have bacon and egg. You saw the clip. I loved how Bolsonaro literally turned his back to little Justin. Yeah, he went in for like the shake and the guy's all like, oh, yeah, I'm going to, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Yeah, it was so good. I love watching those people get dissed. All she sells are donuts and bubble tea. Well, then we definitely can't tax based on fat because don't want that lady to go out of business. I mean, we need donuts. Donuts are a health food as far as I'm concerned. You know why? Because they have complex carbs, complex sugars, and complex fats. It's all a growing boy needs to expand outward. It's great. My brain broke. Comics calls that stream brain. Donuts help him work on his dad bod. Darn right. That dad bod's hot ticket right now, right? Maybe. No, not really. The dad bod. Every time I think about that, I think about when Chris Pratt was kind of fat. That's hilarious. No, thank you. I don't know what that means, bro. No. I make my own donuts and bake them in the oven and don't fry them. That does help cut down on the fat. I mean, and it does make them taste better too. Baked donuts are so good. Great. Now the donut bug is in my ear. See, I want a donut now too. I ate my last one last night. It was a chocolate turtle donut with the caramel drizzle on top and the peanuts, and it was so good. I also like maple bacon donuts and the long johns, like a maple long john. I really like maple donuts in general. I also like blueberry donuts and the cherry donuts. Like cherry donuts are incredible when they're done right, but usually they go with that really shitty, like the artificial cherry flavor where you're like, man, I got robbed. It's not okay. They shouldn't. I love donuts. I'll take 2 cherry-filled donuts to go. Dude, the filled ones, man, you get like you could get Boston cream filled ones, Bavarian cream filled ones. You could get the all the fruits. Like, I had a mixed berry one time that had strawberry, raspberry, and blueberry in it, and it like just boo, it was so good. Speaking of dad bod, seen Jason Momoa lately? No, and now you've piqued my interest. Hey, son. Last time I heard about Jason Momoa, he was living in like $1 million fucking mobile home because he was an idiot and got mixed up with Amber Heard or some shit. Do. And of course, there's no pictures of him having his dad bod. Here we go. I found one. Yes. Now, if this is what a dad bod looks like, then I need to get me a dad bod because this right here is what they say is his dad bod, and it's legit because he doesn't have abs. I mean, give me a break. I got a buddy that looks almost exactly like him, just a little darker. It's crazy. Stop sharing. Where did you buy these cherry donuts? Thank you. That is not a dad bod. I agree. To answer your question, lovely Sherry, we have these places around that are literally just called the Donut House. And they're great. I also love Lamar's. I absolutely hate Krispy Kremes. And I hate, what is that other nasty ass one? Dunkin's Donut. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts. I don't. That might be blasphemy for some people, but I hate Dunkin' Donuts. Like, get me Lamar's and like the Donut House. So good. I got a donut from the Donut House one time that had bacon on the inside of the donut. Dunkin' is terrible. I agree, and I don't even like their coffee. Like, how are you going to have a donut house that has bad donuts and bad coffee? Like, what kind of business model is that? I mean, sure, Krispy Kreme has shitty donuts, but hey, they give them away for free, so nobody actually complains because it's free. Now I have to go looking for it. All we have around here is Dunkin's. That's unfortunate. Like, that sucks. Like, legit. You need, like, variety. You get stuck with Dunkin' and you're like, this is the best that I get because this is the only choice. Feels like American politics sometimes. Settle for the shinier turd. Going back a little bit, yeah, moving up in the world with my gut. Yeah, that dad bod pays off. Dunkin's was great 40 years ago. That's cool. I wouldn't know. 40 years ago, you know, it was -6. Just saying. All I have here in sucky New York is Dunkin' Donuts. They seem to be the monopoly right now of donut places. Like, the middle of the United States seems to have way more variety in these kinds of things, from what I hear, than the coasts. Come Jason with a handlebar mustache. What? What? Wow. Oh my gosh, I have to share this. Thank you, Vince. That is like, and you'll recognize the guy he's standing next to. It's hard not to. that shit out of here. I mean, this is Momoa with Bruce Willis looking like a G. 15 sexy pics of Aquaman actor Jason Momoa will have you sweating. I doubt it. I doubt it. Like, is he supposed to be a thug? He should be in a biker movie. I agree. Like, I want to see him in a bad guy role more often. Like, seriously. I forgot how young you are, Corey. Yeah, it's not hard to forget how young I am because I boomer like an old man. I talk like an old man. I have the memory of an old man. I don't. What was I saying? Ooh, pineapple fritter. One man show. That sounds delicious. I've never had a pineapple fritter. I always get stuck with apple fritters. Dude, pineapple fritter. That sounds so good. Why do you keep getting me back on the donuts, bro? Like, donuts. Really messed that tag up. Okay. Can't say he does much for me. He doesn't do much for me either. Like, honestly, Jason Momoa is like, meh. Like, his skill range is limited to, like, I'm going to intimidate whoever I'm on the screen with. And I mean, yeah, he's got some decent looks, I guess, but your old man voice is optional. It is, and I choose that option often. I made the suggestion to her one day, and she thought it was an intriguing idea. The pineapple fritter is an awesome idea. You need, like, start just pumping that stuff out there. It's great. Like, get more ideas flowing out there. If those are the kind of ideas you come up with, man, just, like, start selling your ideas. These people be like pineapple fritters. $1 billion just because you came up with an idea. I wish it worked like that. Just come up with an idea and make money. But no, you got to work hard and, you know, actually fight for what you want. It's a damn shame. Damn shame. I hate all the people that whine about how much work goes into being successful. To be totally honest, it bugs me that so many people whine about, like, oh, it's so hard to get going in this. It takes too long, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's be real. If you're not going to work for it, you don't deserve it. Period. I would be ahead of Musk if the world worked like that. It would. Yeah, dude. Me too. Me too. We'd probably all be rich selling ideas. It'd be great. Millennial confirmed. Yes, I am a millennial, but luckily I didn't get the bitch genes that a lot of my counterparts did. So, yeah. Vince Womack. Can't find the fat Jason, but either way, I was going to defend his look. Bodybuilders do that often to lean up, then make muscles pop for a show or movie. Well, see, and here's the thing. The dad bod, as a lot of people like to call it, is what I refer to as the strongman bod. Most of the time, sure, there's fat dad bods and stuff like that. But when you look at someone who's muscular but looks like they have a dad bod, it's because they're strong. If I remember correctly, bodybuilders are those people that they go for form over function, and they actually wind up losing a lot more function because of their mass and their size. So, like, when I see a dude that's all rippled muscles like The Rock, for instance, like, yes, he's a strong individual, but you put him up next to somebody who's an actual strong man, like, they'll crush him. Michael Clark Duncan. Yes, the perfect example of a strong man body, looking like a dad bod, but being able to crush somebody's head with his pinky. You know, like, dude, Michael Clark Duncan was such a good actor. Not to mention their clothing bills are outrageous, right? I mean, if you're a bodybuilder, or even like if you're a strongman, you can buy extra, extra large clothes and like, wear normal t-shirts because you're not a crazy person who thinks you have to look like that. And then, but like if you had to have your clothes custom made every time because your proportions are so strange, that I feel like that would be such a huge drain on monetary like standings. But like, how is it so many bodybuilders get so wealthy and can spend so much money and time on this? I mean, it's not like we hear about world bodybuilding championships anymore. Like, yeah, on a passing phase, it's all like, look what happened. And then we move on with our lives. But like, why would you want to look that way? Why would you want to spend so much money on that? Like, yeah, those bodies aren't natural. They're juiced up. You're right, Lasso. They're juiced up. And I can't help but think of anything other than them using steroids or whatever you want to call it, natural supplements. Like The Rock got booted off of Ballers for, like their performance enhancing substances. Like, and then like the heart issues that come with that, the low levels of sexual performance that come with that kind of stuff. Like, the anger and aggression that comes with unnaturally boosting your testosterone levels. Like, yeah, that's just what we need. We need a bunch of 400-pound, muscle-bound psychopaths running around with anger issues so they can just pop people's heads off like they're fucking like dandelions back in the day. Mama had a baby and his head popped up. Check my minds. I have to do that from my phone. Mine's a... I have to check it from my phone because I don't remember how to log in from my computer. I don't remember the actual, credentials. Vince Womack. No, go away. Search Minds. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Hey, I like that. Whoa. Click. We're going to do this a different way, buddy. Like a piece of shit. Ah. Here we go with the slow. God, I forgot how many screenshots I had. I'm strong enough to do the things I need strength for. Well, that's the important thing, One Man Show. You need to be strong enough to do the things in your life that matter. And if you don't care about looking like one of these giant, weird, bubbly fools, that's great. I mean, follow Jason Momoa's example from Vince Womack on Minds. That does look a little bit more like a dad bod. It does. He does look like slightly heavier, but again, he's Jason Momoa, so he could probably re-shred himself in like a week and a half because he's got this inhuman stamina, probably. I don't know. Like, check the Ko-Fi side of things real quick just to make sure. Okay. All right. And like, I feel like the Marvel stars, like all the Marvel and DC stars, have a lot of skeletons in their closets. I'm just gonna say that. Willpower. Yeah, I do not have the willpower to exercise. Like, I actually need some giant guy screaming at me to work out on a reg. Like, I'm not a self-starter when it comes to exercise. You can ask Culture Casino. The first thing he said when he saw me in Vegas was, "Wow, you're so skinny." I'm like, Thank you. I'm glad your eyes work. But yeah, I actually used to be in good shape. Like I've never had pectoral muscles, like flat as a board, but I used to be in good shape. Like right before, I'll say end of 2019, I was actually in good shape. I was walking anywhere from 17 to 15 miles a day at work and lifting heavy shit all the time and doing stuff. And now I'm just like, my body hurts because I don't move enough. You work out too much, your body hurts. You don't work out enough, your body hurts. If you do just right in the middle, you don't feel like you're doing enough. At least that's me. Oh, and on the juicing, tiny junk. You're right, Lasso of Truth. But if you tell a bodybuilder that their penis is small, they'll whip it out to try and prove you wrong. Just wait a couple years, that'll change. Speaking of experience. If you're talking about me gaining weight, I'm 34 years old, and they've been telling me that for almost a decade. Just wait, you'll start gaining weight. You'll get fat soon. Lies. See my brother. He's not fat either, but he's got like the little pooch. Sorry to throw you under the bus like that, bro, but like I don't think I can actually get body fat. I don't. I'm one of those weird people that the doctors would be like, you need to eat fat. I recommend eating mayonnaise. Whole jar of it. Straight. No additives. Just nom, 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 nom. Oh, thanks, bro. You'll get there. No, I won't. I'm older than you. A lot of people are. But remember, the number of people older than you decreases every day. It's a love cushion. Wrong. Fat doesn't make you fat. You're right, it doesn't. Being fat comes from an excess amount of fat, which comes from either a unhealthy lifestyle, sometimes poor genetics, or yeah, that's pretty much it. Too many people say that it's genetics, though, because I'm sorry, but there are things you can do. Too many carbs. Vince Womack, not lies. I used to be skinny, and now I have to work out just to stay the way I am now. An obscene love of donuts. That can lead to some love handles. Your love of donuts leads to love handles, and that's good stuff. I love my carbs too, Vince. I love my carbs too. Like, we eat pasta and donuts and all this breaded stuff, and I can't remember what else has carbs in it, but like, I like it a lot. I'm actually getting ready to make the switch over to actual bread flour for my baking because it has a higher protein content in it. More gluten. More gluten for the Putin. That doesn't make any sense either. I can't believe you people actually show up for this. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, and don't leave. I absolutely love you people for coming here. Yeah. You know what? My brain's broke too much for this today, so I think I'm going to call it. 50 minutes is about a good time. Make sure to catch me tonight on Comics Division's channel with Yelling at Parked Cars. We'll see what we cover. My gut instinct tells me it might be more Canada stuff, so stay tuned and find out. If you can't make it, make sure to catch the replay tomorrow or whenever you wake up. Yeah, I think that's it. Doctor tells me that carbs love me too much. Been there. It's good talking to everybody. Thank you so much for coming. If you'd like to support Sir Talks a Lot, hit the Ko-Fi link in the description and the pinned message. As always, I will catch you guys later, and I'll leave you with this lovely word from our president.
You know all what I've said, and you know what I've done, and you know what we're doing, and you know what I know what you're doing.